All right, hello. Welcome to the City Vision Internship Orientation. I'm Tasha Souza, the Internship Coordinator here with Tech Mission and City Vision. So I'm going to be going through this internship orientation with you. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call and just let me know. I would be happy to answer any questions you have about it. So let's get started. So just to go over some of the goals of this orientation, they are to provide background on City Vision internship program, equip you to have a successful internship, to set expectations for your internship, and to provide training on policies and requirements of your internship. So just a little bit about Tech Mission and City Vision. So Tech Mission is a nonprofit parachurch ministry with the values of Jesus, justice, and technology. City Vision College and City Vision internships are programs of Tech Mission. So in the past 10 years since Tech Mission was founded, Tech Mission has provided over 500 AmeriCorps members and City Vision interns that served over 20,000 elementary, middle, and high school students. Tech Mission provided accredited college courses with over 500 students taking over 2,500 courses through City Vision College. Tech Mission served over 10 million unique visitors through our different websites. We had the third most visited website among Christians serving the poor, and we matched over 75,000 volunteers through christianvolunteering.org and some of our other programs. So a little bit about City Vision College, some of our history. We were started as Rescue College in 1998 as a program of AGRM, which is the Association of Gospel Rescue Missions. And we are DETC accredited as of 2005. And in 2008, the college was transferred to Tech Mission in order for us to take it over. So we offer 3 different bachelor's degree programs here at City Vision, one in nonprofit management, one in addiction studies, and one in urban missions. We also offer a master's degree in technology and ministry. And we are working on a few other degrees that we will be starting soon as well. Some of our statistics include 79% of our students receive Pell Grants. We have a 67% graduation rate in 2013, a cumulative 91% job placement rate. So 91% of our graduates are able to find jobs in their field. And we are growing at 20% per year since 2008. So we've had a lot of significant growth in the past few years. We also are a very low-cost option for college. Our tuition is only $6,000 per year for our undergrad degrees, and then $10,800 altogether for our master's degree. But for internships, it is only $3,500 per year for our undergrad tuition and $8,000 for our graduate tuition. So even with the discounts that the interns get, it is very low. So the sites are paying $3,500 for the intern's tuition, whereas it would be $6,000 if the student were not interning with an organization. The cost for our tuition is less than 95% of private nonprofit institutions, and we are one of the lowest among Christian colleges as well. A little bit about City Vision internships. In the past 10 years, we've placed over 500 full-time interns in ministries. We currently have 67 internship sites between sites that we were working with now and sites that we've worked with in the recent past. So 24 of our sites are Gospel Rescue Missions, and we also are working on our partnership with the Salvation Army. So right now we have 1 active Salvation Army internship site, 3 that we used to work with, and 3 that are in the works that are going to begin in the internship program shortly. So So with our City Vision internship program, we get about 500 intern applicants per year, and we placed almost 50 this year in 2014. Interns serve between 30 and 40 hours per week at their internship site, and we have two different models for our internships. So option one is the job readiness internship, where the site recruits their own interns, and option two is the Christian counterpart to AmeriCorps, where we as City Vision recruit interns for the sites. So some of Tech Mission's programs include City Vision internships, which I will definitely be telling you a little bit more about. Consulting and incubation, which include the following websites and some of these different programs, so christianvolunteering.org, urbanministry.org, ILS Nova GED program, Christians in Recovery, Alcoholics Victorious, thecommon.org, and safefamilies.org. And then we have City Vision College, which includes our 3 bachelor's degree programs and our 1 master's degree program. So here on this slide is just a list of some of our ministry partners. So this is, of course, among a lot more. We have a lot of ministry partners, but these are just to name a few. Christian Community Development Association, World Vision, the Salvation Army, the Association of Gospel Rescue Missions, and many more organizations that we partner with and place interns with. So some of the Tech Mission staff that you'll be dealing with, definitely first, and you'll probably be dealing with the most, would be me, Tasha. I'm the internship coordinator here. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email at the above email address or give me a call at that number and that extension. You may also want to deal with Andrew Sears, who's our executive director. He would be able to answer any questions for you as well, anything that I can't answer. And then Michael Limita is our Dean of City Vision College. So if you have any questions about the college or about any courses or anything, you can give him a call as well. So we do have a few different types of internships, and I know it can get a little bit confusing, so if I'm moving too fast or you just want a little bit more time to read over this chart, feel free to pause the video and look over it a little bit yourself. I'm just going to do my best to try to explain it as best I can. So our first option for internships is the job readiness internship, also known as option 1. So with the job readiness internship, you don't need to apply to the internship program. You just go through an organization that you already know of and you intern there. You would be getting free tuition with City Vision if you apply for financial aid and get a full Pell Grant. So if you get a full Pell Grant, your Pell Grant would first go toward your tuition, and then you would get the rest of it back to you. You would get it paid to you in cash. So we do offer to interns a discounted tuition rate of $3,500 instead of the regular $6,000. So that's kind of what you're getting in return of the internship. So a lot of the sites will also provide housing if you need it. Not all of them will. You'll have to kind of talk to the site that you're looking at interning with and speak with them about it. So the next option would be option 2, and it's called Christian Counterpart to AmeriCorps, and we have a few subcategories of that. So the first one is the work study internship, also called the bachelor's with free tuition. So with that one, you would be getting completely free tuition. You wouldn't be paying anything. Your site would be paying your discounted tuition for you, and they would also be providing you with housing. Now, for the work study and the job readiness internships, you would be working 29 hours a week at the site, as well as doing 15 hours a week of on-site study time toward your courses. And that is for, those two programs are for interns that are working toward a bachelor's degree who do not already have one. So the next internship type is the stipended intern, also known as the paid intern. That is for college graduates only, so that's only for people who hold a bachelor's degree. And so for these interns, the site would be providing them with housing as well as a monthly stipend of anywhere between $200 and $600 per month. And you, as the intern, would be working 40 hours a week at the site. So the grad school free tuition intern, which is the next one, also called the Baki intern, is where you would be working toward a master's degree with Baki Graduate University, which is a college that we are partnered with, and they offer a few different master's degrees, one in social and civic entrepreneurship, one in business administration, and one in global urban leadership. So those are the master's degrees that they offer, or you can work toward a doctorate degree with them as well with this internship in transformational leadership or a ministry degree. So for that one, you would not be provided with housing or a stipend or anything like that. You would simply be getting free tuition in your master's degree program with Baki Graduate University. And you would be working for your internship site 29 hours a week. So, and then for the last one would be the tech intern free tuition, also known as the Master's in Technology and Ministry, where you would be working on a master's degree with City Vision College, the Master's in Technology and Ministry. It's very similar to the Baki internship, where you wouldn't be getting housing or a stipend unless the site specifically offered that to you and would be able to afford it. And you'd be working 29 hours a week for the internship site. So just some instructions to go through after you've received an offer for an internship. So the next step for the work study or job readiness or the tech graduate interns would be to enroll at City Vision College. And so you would have to let me know when you do get accepted for an internship so that I can send you the discount codes that you need to get the free tuition when you go through registration and get the free enrollment when you apply. So just send an email to info@cityvisioninternships.org and I will help you take care of that. Then you would complete our financial aid process, fill out the FAFSA, try to get a Pell Grant to pay for your tuition, or for work study interns, you would just get your Pell Grant paid to you in cash. And the next step would be to register for courses at cityvision.edu. You would also get the discount code for that from me as well. And you're going to need the help of Nancy Young through all of this. So you'll have to get in contact with her to help you with any transfer credits or anything like that, and so that she can help you with enrollment and registration. The next step would be to coordinate your start date with the internship site that you'll be interning with. And then the last step would just be to fill out the internship contract with your site director, and they will get that back to me so I can file that and process it for you. You also must spend 15 hours a week doing your study time, so that's the work study and the job readiness interns only. You can take a lunch break, but we recommend that you work on your studies for 3 hours a day and then do your internship duties for about 6 hours a day. You are required to make passing grades in your courses to continue your internship. So you and your site director will both receive notifications for late assignments for the work study and the job readiness internship. And just as kind of a warning to you, interns that don't complete their courses or that fail them is one of the main reasons why people are dropped from an internship. So that would be probably a main reason why you wouldn't be able to continue your internship. So you definitely want to make sure that you're putting the time in and the effort in and making sure that you get everything done for your courses. And then for Baki graduate interns, the next step would be to apply for Baki Graduate University. So you'd go to bgu.edu and fill out the application there. You would complete your financial aid, register for courses, and coordinate your start date with the site you'll be interning with, and fill out that intern contract as well. So the internship commitment is for at least 1 year and may be renewed upon mutual agreement of site and intern. So undergraduate interns may also choose to continue with their site as a graduate intern if mutually agreeable, and most interns will stay at the same site until they graduate. You may request a relocation after 1 year, but this rarely happens because it would require another site hiring an intern. So what typically happens is if an intern gets placed at a site and they really like it there and the site really likes them, then a lot of times they will extend the internship to a longer time period, especially if it's a work study or job readiness intern coming in as a freshman. A lot of times the intern will end up staying with the site for all 4 years of their studies. So just some tips for ensuring financial sustainability. A lot of interns will qualify for food stamps, so you can go to that link and apply for food stamps. We would recommend that if it is something that you need, so you can go to that website and apply there. If you are a student, be sure to apply for financial aid. Pell Grants do apply to undergrads, but our work study and job readiness interns can't get loans. We don't advise interns to take out loans, because the whole point of the internship program is just to be able to go into ministry and do urban ministry once you graduate and not have the burden of loans on you. So we do allow graduate interns to take out loans, but we highly recommend that you don't take them out if you really don't need to. So Pell Grants and loans will be paid to the intern as cash as we receive them each term. And a housing stipend will be paid directly to the landlord, and that's not taxable. We also strongly advise that student interns don't take a second job. We've never had a student intern who took a second job who actually completed their program. It is very difficult to be able to juggle the 2 jobs plus if you're taking classes. So we really recommend that you don't do that. Some of our intern policies include the following list of policies. So for work study, job readiness, and graduate interns, they work 29 hours a week as an intern, and they do 16 hours of on-site study time. So sites don't typically require graduate interns to do the on-site study time, because we trust you to go home or wherever you're living and do your schoolwork that is required of you. So that's 45 hours total time per week for the work study, job readiness, and graduate interns. And interns follow a site's sick, vacation, and holiday policy. So if a policy doesn't exist, we usually recommend to sites that you as the intern get 15 combined sick and vacation days a year. And interns must follow the site policies unless the policies violate the law or the intern contract. So you are subject to the rules of your site. So just to clarify some communication expectations, your site supervisor is your supervisor. We as technician are not your supervisor. So if you have an issue with your site, we strongly recommend that you resolve that with them. We don't like to get involved in conflict, and we'll usually try to avoid it unless one of the following things happens. So if a site is working an intern more than the required hours and it's impairing your studies, we'll get involved. If a site is violating the law or terms of the internship contract, we'll get involved. If a site is not paying their fees to technician, or if a site has programs that end due to financial reasons, or they're not providing the proper supervision to you as the intern, we will get involved. Those are really the only situations that we like to get involved in conflicts between a site and an intern. So we really recommend that you try to resolve any conflict or issues among yourselves. So this slide kind of explains the site payment plan that we have. So we like you to see this just so that you understand the kind of investment that the site that you're at is putting into you, because we really want you to take your studies seriously, and we need you to understand that your site is paying these fees for you to be going to school and taking these classes. So we really ask that you give it 100% and really just put your full effort into your coursework. It's pay $3,500 a year for work-study interns and $8,000 a year for graduate interns. So, like I said, we just ask that you keep that in mind, that it is a blessing that the sites are paying your tuition, and we ask that you honor that and do your best in all of your classes. So some things that we recommend that you discuss with your internship supervisor would be just to, obviously, first of all, figure out who your supervisor or go-to person is. Also, if possible, establish a regular schedule for serving so that you're coming in at the same time, or, the same days each day or week, and just kind of figure out a schedule so that it's a regularity and you can get into a routine and be a little bit more dependable and know exactly what's going on and when you're supposed to be there and when they need you and things like that. Also, find out what's expected of you. Discuss your job description with them and just see what they need from you. See what needs to be done there at your site, and just make sure that you are completing all your expectations and your job descriptions. Also, establish who you should go to for help if you need help with something. Ask what you should do if you're going to be late. Just try to figure out some kind of late policy to have. Make sure to trade contact information with your supervisor or anyone else that you know you're going to need to be in contact with. Ask about the rules, especially those involving how to interact with other staff and those you're serving. And ask what makes a good intern, how you can be a better intern for them, and how you can help them best in the position that you are in. So a good intern is faithful, which means that you keep your commitments. You shouldn't think of yourself as just a volunteer, because people are depending on you. If you need to miss a session or you're going to be late, please make sure that you call your supervisor or whoever needs to know that you're going to be late. A good intern is available, which means that you're willing to do whatever is needed and that you're willing to accept a sacrifice and make a sacrifice for this position and for the people that you're working with. And lastly, a good intern is teachable. You should ask what people, like staff, clients, or the community, ask what they need instead of assuming that you know. Ask how you can be helpful instead of assuming that you know. And just make sure that you're always flexible. So outcome requirements are something that we ask you to do every 6 months. So it's a web form that we will send to you via email. We're okay with you estimating some of the numbers because we don't want it to take you too long. And it is required for you to continue with your internship. So in the program that you're involved in at your site, we'll ask you how many program participants there are, how many volunteers there are, and some of the end outcomes, like grade promotion, graduation rate, and program completion rate, things like that. Prior learning assessment for degree completion is a new program that we're doing. So City Vision can provide prior learning assessment evaluation of up to 30 credits for existing ministry training, where you can get college credits for training that you've already had that you don't have college credits for. So it has to be courses with similar topics and objectives as regionally accredited schools, like New Testament survey, evangelism, or church history, or anything like that that you've learned about. Courses are not required to be accredited or have instructors with any specific credentials, and students must demonstrate learning equivalent to those courses through a portfolio. So if this credit is not guaranteed, as you as a student must demonstrate competency according to our assessment process based on CAEL standards. So this is something that we would recommend that you look into and try to do if you do have some prior training in some of these areas that we listed. And then the ILS Nova Online Adult Basic Education System. If you haven't gotten your GED or high school diploma and you want to intern at a site, if the site is a partner with us, they'll have the ILS Nova system for free through us. So you can complete your GED program and then do your internship and take college classes with us. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would highly recommend that you discuss it with a nonprofit organization that maybe you volunteer with, or maybe you graduated from a program with them and you're interested in this. I would suggest that you just discuss it with them. And these are some of the steps for signing up for ILS Nova. If you need to, or if you know people who need to, sign up students under the training menu on cityvisioninternships.org, and then we'll get back to you when you're approved, and you can take GED courses online, and then any additional training will be available online under the training menu. So just a few other Tech Mission resources that we offer is christianvolunteering.org, where organizations post volunteer opportunities for free. So if you're interested in volunteering anywhere, you can go there, or if you work for an organization that needs to recruit volunteers, you can set up a profile there for free. And then we also offer some resources to any staff at the site that you're at, where staff can receive a 25% discount in City Vision college tuition, and then, as I was saying earlier, with the ILS Nova GED program. So we talked a little bit about the different college programs that we offer, the different bachelor's degrees that we offer. These are some of the classes offered in the Addiction Studies program, which is one of our most popular bachelor's degrees, and it is one of the best addiction studies programs that is around. So these are some of the classes offered. Here are some of the classes offered in the urban ministry degree, if you want to just take a look at some of those, if you're interested in that. And then here are some of the classes offered in nonprofit management. And these are degrees that you can work toward if you are interning with us and doing the work study or job readiness internship. And then lastly, we have our courses offered in our Master's in Technology and Ministry. So if you're doing the Technology and Ministry internship, these would be some of the courses that you would be working on in order to get that master's degree. So that pretty much does it for our orientation for interns. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I would love to talk with you and answer any questions that you have. So you can email info@cityvisioninternships.org, or you can give me a call. The number here is 617-282-9798. My extension is 116. I would love to answer any questions that you have or help you in any way that I can. And so that does it for me. I look forward to working with you in the future, and I wish you the best of luck in your internship. Thanks.